Bang. Yeah, I did stay up last night. Watch Derevyanchenko lose to Mbilli. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. So yeah, man, and talk about the Derevyanchenko and Mbilli fight. Um, it actually was a really, really good fight. I knew it was going to be a good fight. So when I first tuned in from it, because I was watching Time Crisis DC, and when I first tuned into it, um, uh, it was just they was just doing the ring walks. So it seemed like Mbilli had an okay crowd out there. You know, yeah, it seemed like he had an okay crowd out there, man. There was some empty seats, but there had a lot of people supporting him. And then a lot of people tend to forget that it's a big French and Montreal connection as well, too. So I think the primary language in in Montreal is French. So, and you notice, I think he by the way of France too. I could be wrong, but I think he from an African, Cameroon, but he may be from he moved to he was from out of France, and now he's fighting out of I want to say he fighting out of Montreal. Now they still got him out of France, whatever. So I seen him fight originally on somebody undercard, and then he got signed by Top Rank. So he beat. So I think might be he beat Desmond Nicholson. He got Von Alexander too. He went the distance with him. But the thing about it is, what's so funny is the French and stuff. They don't really even. They just use the Africans. They just use the Africans for their Olympics and their sports. I heard they had a lot of issues over there with the Africans. I seen that in Argentina's. Get out the window. Come here. This dude has just been tweaking all week. Come on. Sit down, man. Sit. You walked. Let that dog enjoy his walk. But yeah, so yeah, I heard it's an issue in the Argentine, football team was, saying some slurs to them, some of the, players, and then Adesanya lost to, he said he was doing this for the culture. He did the Charlo, I'm doing this for Africa. And then he lost to a colonizing South African last night. I'm glad I ain't watched that shit. And now everybody mad at him. I mean, between him and Wilder lost to hold on one second. Wilder lost to in Black History Month in United States Black History Month, and he lost in I think the UK Black History Month to Tyson Fury, and then you got Adesanya, do it for the culture. You know what I'm saying? I do it for the culture. I'm doing it for Africa, and got beat by a colonizing South African. Yeah, he need to go sit that ass down for real. No kizzy. But nonetheless, man, this is a good fight. But Mbilli just too wild. He way too wild. I think that trainer was the one that trained John Pascal. Pascal was wild as hell too. He wasn't as wild as this guy. I thought he originally hurt his bicep because it looked like his lead bicep, his left bicep looked a little bit funny, and he wasn't moving his left hand, but it was Derevyanchenko. And I think Derevyanchenko, they said he like 40 years old or something like that. So but yeah, he wild, man. He remind me of another Pitbull Cruz. He just too wild. Somebody gonna knock him out. He's strong though. But, he another dude that need to know how to, place his punches. Pitbull he more crispier with his hooks. Mbilli is more wild with his hooks. His elbows flare up. He just chopping, punching. I'm surprised ain't nobody get cut open by elbow last night from Derevyanchenko and get cut by elbow or nothing like that. But he just too wild. He gonna get knocked out by somebody that know what they doing. So they need to kind of get him throwing his punches together and slowing down a little bit and using his speed and burst. He just too wild. And he got tired in that fight last night, rather early, about the 4th or 5th round. His mouth was open. Oh, did he? His mouth was open. Yeah, his mouth was open, bro. So, yeah, Derevyanchenko, 38 years old. So, yeah, his mouth was open. And the thing about it is, Derevyanchenko, it was tough for him because when you look at Derevyanchenko, he really not an outside boxer. He one of them dudes that like to be in the pocket, be in the inside. And obviously with the amateur pedigree and the world boxing, was it the World Series of Boxing? He got a few fights over there. I believe. I could be wrong about that. But he just ain't good. He don't have a lot of range. I mean, last night he was at almost a 5-inch, 4.5-inch reach disadvantage. So him trying to box, I mean, and how old he is, like really his style was tailor-made for Mbilli because he liked to sit in the pocket and be on the inside and work. Mbilli really, really strong on the inside, so he just continued to back him back. So, Mbilli just, he fought in bursts, kind of remind you a little bit of Pascal, where they jump in and fight in bursts, and then, they take their time. And early on, the bursts were the increments, or the time between the bursts were shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. And then as the fight went on, they got the time between his output bursts from Mbilli, they became wilder and wider. He started getting tired. He needed to learn how to set his shots up. He needed to learn how to not be so wild and focus on technique and focus on the quality of his offense. He'll move his head, he don't forget to move his head as much, but he sit there and he just so offensive minded that all his weight on his front foot, you know what I'm saying? And he hanging his chin over consistently like that. And that's why Derevyanchenko has some success with an uppercut. Canelo will knock him out with an uppercut. Him and Benavidez would be a fun fight, but for him, he needs to learn, just like Pitbull Cruz, to work off his jab. He need to learn to work off his jab. He need to learn the jab. He need to learn to, he go to the body, but everything ain't got to be a Randy Johnson fastball. Learn the jab, just learn to touch, learn to, shoe shine a little bit, learn to put combinations together instead of 1, 2, or 3 big shots. Just learn to change the speed of his punches. He needs some refinement. He need to learn how to work on the jab. And then if I was Derevyanchenko last night, I think the game plan should have started with, he should have been popping him with a strong power jab because he was there for it. He should have went there. He should have been looking for a strong power jab. That's what I think. That little pepper and jab that he was throwing, that wasn't doing nothing but making Mbilli mad. He should have been stepping into that jab, but he showed a lot of heart fighting with a bicep. And it's people saying that they should have stopped the fight. I think Bomac said it on Twitter. I think, some of the commentator, Tim Bradley, was calling for them to stop the fight. But you got to understand, he ain't never been stopped before. Even though he only got 21 fights, he ain't never been stopped before. So, yeah, he ain't never been stopped before. So think about that for a minute. He ain't never been stopped before. So that was something that was probably near and dear to him, and probably never been stopped in the amateurs neither. So that probably was near and dear to him. So y'all could say, "Oh, stop the fight." This, that, man. I think he wanted to go out on his shield. I think he wanted to go out without getting knocked out, which very may well could be his last fight. Well, he got stopped twice in the amateurs, but we know them stoppages is they could be standing eights or whatever. He got stopped by Korobov in the amateurs in 2007, November 2nd to be exact. And I don't even know what the hell a RSCO is, but he had an RSCO, So, but yeah. So I'm assuming that's a stoppage. So, but yeah, man, Mbilli just need to learn how to, man. And a lot of them fighters don't like Mbilli and Pascal. And it's a lot of wild Isaac Cruz, Isaac Cruz. They never learn how to slow down. They never learn how to pace themselves. They never know how to be patient. They never know how to settle in. That's the scary thing about it. Come on. They never know how to do it. So at some point, I don't know if they train them not to do it, or they try to train them to do it the right way. But And they can't do it. But right now, he gonna end up getting knocked out. He's strong. He's strong. He real strong. But he just he focused on throwing everything at the same speed. You can't do that. You can't throw everything at the same speed. You know, you can't throw everything at the same speed. He got to take his time. If he took his time, he'd have and that was only a 10 rounder. If he took his time, he can go 12 easy. So to me, he just too wild. He a walking knockout ready to happen. He's strong. And he got hurt in that fight a couple times too, and so he ain't never been 12. Four, I mean, 2, 3, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5, 2, 1, 3, 5, 2, 3, 8, 9 out of 10, 8, 3, 5, 3. He had a 10 rounder with Ronald Ellis. Then ain't that Rashidi Ellis brother? Yeah, that's him. He got stopped by Benavidez in 12. That's kind of impressive though. He trained with Canelo too, I think. Sparred with him. 5-2. He went 10 with Vaughn. Uh, uh, 10, 4, 6, 1, 10. So that was only the second time or the third time he went 10. Or fourth, my bad. He went 10 with Ronald Ellis. He went 10 with Vaughn. He went 10 with a dude named Carlos. And yeah, Carlos, he from Boston. Or he fighting out of Boston, Ecuador. He from Ecuadorian. He went 10 last night. So yeah, when the fuck he gonna go 12? But yeah, I don't really see him being. He might they might be able to finesse his way with a title. Him and Munguia be a fun fight. That's a toss up. Um, that's a good. I don't know. That's a good fight. That's a fight that damn near you should want to pay for just for the action alone. Caleb Plant, he got a chance versus Caleb Plant. But I think Caleb Plant outbox him. Caleb Plant might knock dude out though, but he might catch Caleb Plant too. So with Benavidez and Morrell going into division, especially if Canelo get the hell out the way and drop them belts, I think he could be world champion. He got that ability, but that trainer need to slow him down and pace and learn how to pick his shots better and learn when to explode. No, did he? But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notification, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.